Psalms 78, verse 1. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us.
Come on, man. And in this book is written, all right, this book, the way the book is written in a bunch of dark sayings and parables. All right, and the reason it's written that way, the reason he spoke in parables, in the book of Matthew, he told his disciples, Yahushua told his disciples, the reason he spoke in parables is because it is for us to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them, the heathens, it's not given. All right, it's not given. And remember, 2/3 of our nation are considered as heathens right now. You know, all right. So it's not for them to get it, but it's for the elect to get it. Hold that real quick. Hold that real quick. Let me finish this because he got a couple. It's long. Go ahead, up.
We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord Yahushua and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which shall be born, who shall arise and declare them to their children.
Come on, man. So that's basically just going into how he, stand grounded, man, into that, stand grounded into that foundation, man. All right. Basically, what was given to us in the beginning, we are to stick with it. All right, which represent the law, statutes, commandments. All right, that the Most High gave us from the very beginning. When Yahushua was sent, he was not sent to take away from that law. He was not sent to change that law. All right, he wasn't sent for that. Okay. Was that it on that? To 7, all the way to 7.
You got 8 too?
Go ahead. You see the point? A point in it.
That they might set their hope in Yahweh and not forget the works of Yahweh, but keep his commandments, and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with Yahweh.
Come on, man. And our fathers, represent our ancestors, man. Our ancestors, from old time, from basically from Adam all the way down to us. All right. But in these previous generations, all right, before now, we had our fathers and our grandfathers and our great grandfathers and so forth and so on. During their time, man, hey, they did it wrong. They didn't study these scriptures, man, and wake up to the truth. All right, but it's really not their fault anyway. I don't know if we can really blame them because the Most High sent this spirit out at a certain time. The Most High deals with timings. Around the 60s when the spirit came down into into the elders. And this truth started to be pushed. But even still, man, we that's pretty much starting here with us, man. And it has to go forth. Even though America's about to be destroyed, man. Some of us have kids now. So, we study these laws, statutes, commandments, and we feed them to our children that we have now. You see what I'm saying? Or younger babes that come into this truth, all right, that's younger than us, man. In the spirit and in physical.
Oh, that's a plane.
That's a plane.
What?
They ready. They like
What?
yes.
Look at here. What? Hey.
Come.
Why look here? I'm
But
finna
yeah,
follow.
man.
My man, Slack.
Take off. Come. Go ahead with that,
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua that is set before them.
Come. So a lot of people perish, man, in this time because they despise the law. All right. When you break the law, what is that? Sin. We went through it in the lesson already. When you break the law, that's sin. When you have sin, you have what? Death. All right. So a lot of people are destroyed for despising the law, man. And if you despise the law, you ain't gonna want to keep it. Period, point blank. So then there's a bunch of a person that's constantly breaking the law over and over and over is considered as a sinner. Not just a person that commits sin, but a sinner.
Exactly. I'm so glad you brought it out to that point right there because you got a lot of these motherfuckers out here, Slakia. A lot of these people out here that want to try to use that he who was without sin cast the first stone to live a sinful lifestyle. And like if you talking to a lesbian or a homosexual about them being wicked, they're gonna say, well, you sin too. Yeah, I sin. But am I living a sinful lifestyle? It's a big difference. You know,
and that's twofold. And that's twofold because what's the point in that verse is cast the first stone. So that's a physical connotation.
Yeah.
So it's talking about if you gonna go kill a cracker, kill somebody for them going off, are you a sinner?
God.
So we all worthy of death.
Yeah, con.
So that's just double up on what he was saying.
Yeah, con, man. But it's like, but we are supposed to give instruction to Israel, man.
That's judging. You judge it.
If exactly.
Before you make a jump, before I was to jump over this car, which I can do that. Anyway, if I was to jump over something, you got to judge it before you jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's talking about. Measure it. He said, measure the temple, measure Israel, man. And you measuring with the scriptures.
And what about also too when he say the sins of the elect shall be blotted out? The sins of the saints shall be blotted out, man. And we don't know for a fact that we're the elect, but that's where faith come in at, man. That's where faith come in at, man. And like the brother said earlier, faith without works is dead. I got y'all. 1 second. Faith without works is dead, man. All right. So yeah, we have that faith that we're the elect, but we have to continue in our works to show through our faith that we are the elect. All right. He said, make your calling an election sure, man. And the only way you can do that is through your works, man. You got to keep pushing. You got to bring forth fruit. We got to bring forth fruit, man, to Yahweh through Yahweh Shah, his son. Go ahead, appreciate it.
This is Proverbs 16:8. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right.
Come on, you want to speak on it?
Yeah, basically just like he was saying, like if you bring up how someone is a sinner and their sin that they committed, they go come at you, be like, oh, you sin too. But scripture say, better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. So the little righteousness that I do have is better than the none that you don't.
But we Israelites, man.
Israelites, they traveled for how many years? In a circle. Because they wasn't faithful to Jesus.
That was you. We was there.
The Israelites, they traveled, I forgot how many.
40 years in the world.
4 years in the world. Looking for a spot that was right there in their face because of their faith. They didn't have faith. And they passed by so many times just because they didn't have faith in Jesus.
Well, his name is Yahweh Shai. But at that time,
He was coming doing the will of his father, Yahweh. That's the Most High's name, Yahweh. Yeah, he got different names, Yeshua, Yahweh.
well, you got those different names, but those aren't the real names.
Yeah.
Because actually, it's actually a commandment for us not to call him
Any other name, so we have to call him the true right name.
Acts 4:12.
I got Acts.
But yeah.
Acts 4:12. I got it.
Go ahead, bring it up.
All right,
This
matter of
is-
fact, let me bring this out real quick.
All right.
This is Exodus. This is why the name is important. This is Exodus 23:13. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the names of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. Meaning, so it's important for you to have the true name and call upon the true name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And we got, I mean, a lot of us got obtained the name in many different ways, and we all came with before we even knew each other, came up with the name. And we got it in many different ways, but you cannot get the foundation of this word if you don't understand what its true name is first.
Zechariah 14, verse 9. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
One name, Yahweh.
Go ahead, bring that out the boy.
This is Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given amongst men whereby we must be saved.
This is Proverbs 30:4. Who have ascended up into heaven or descended? Who have gathered the wind in his fist? Who have bound the waters in a garment? Who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
So you understand there's mysteries of this word, and not everybody will be able to obtain these mysteries. And one of the mysteries was the true name of the Messiah and his father, our father, Yahweh. And the Messiah's name is Yahushua, not Jehovah, not Yeshua, not Yahweh, not Yohevah. And all those are false names. The true name of the Most High power is Yahweh, which means he exists, self-existing one, right? And the true name of Yahushua, right, his son, his only begotten son, Yahushua is his true name, the one that they ignorantly call Jesus or Yeshua.
They got a precept.
All right, bring it up.
This is Joshua 24:14. Now therefore, fear the Lord, Yahweh. Serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your father served on the other side of the flood in Egypt, and serve ye Yahweh. And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh, choose you this day whom you will serve.
And he gonna ask you to call on them same names of them the gods that you chose in that time. And as he gonna tell you to tell them to deliver you from your calamities. And he's gonna laugh and mock you of your calamities. So it's important to understand the true name of the Messiah, Yahushua, and the true name of his father, Yahweh, our father.
I got a precept. Go ahead.
Joshua 24:19. And Joshua said unto the people, ye cannot serve Yahweh, for he is an holy power. He is a jealous power. He will not forgive your transgressions nor your sins. If ye forsake Yahweh and serve strange gods, then he will turn and do you hurt and consume you. After that, he have done you good.
Woo. And with that being said, man, y'all wicked individuals quick to call on Jesus and quick to call on Jehovah, right? And understanding that's not the true name, and you're relying upon a translation. If that's the case, we're giving you a translation of what a real name. So you're so eager to call upon these false. If you're gonna call upon anything false, why don't you call on something that's in the Hebrew? You know what I'm saying?
Well, shut the fuck up when you walk up. Don't smirk. You don't know shit.
You don't know.
And we're gonna start calling y'all on it. Y'all come up smirking and body. I've seen it. You don't know. And we're gonna call you on it. And we're gonna back it up with scripture. And it says, verse 21, nay, but we will serve Yahweh. And Joshua said unto the people, ye are witnesses against yourselves that ye have chosen you Yahweh to serve him. And they said, we are witnesses. So once you come into this truth, he said you put your hand to the plow, you can't look back, man, with that bullshit, man. You can't look back into the world. Yeah. You can't start calling him Yahweh and then later on call him Jesus.
This
That's
is
an unjust balance.
1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified.
And that glorification, boy, y'all, the rest of the world is going to see him being glorified, man. Because we care not about ourselves. The only thing we care about is our power and our brother, man. And our brotherhood. And that's it. We don't care about nothing else. You know, I mean, we have a natural care for our kids and stuff like that. But if we had to choose our power over our kids, we would choose our power. And knowing within that, having that spirit, we've saved our kids, even if they might die on this side. Our kids are going to come back in a righteous state and wealthy as I don't know what, because of the faith that we had in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters. There's nothing for you, no tangible item for you to obtain on this earth. Okay, let's look at it like this. Let's say we rise together as a people, right, and take this kingdom down. What's going to happen? Yahweh's judgment hasn't came to them people yet. So as soon as we try to lift up a kingdom on our own and establish a kingdom by itself, it's going to get destroyed. So it makes no sense for us to try to build something from a carnal state of mind.
I was just gonna say I got one more precept on my lesson, and that was it.
All right.
Oh, my bad.
And you could judge because he said you are gods. You shall judge angels. He said, can you not judge these smaller matters? You're gonna judge different situations, different matters, different things within the brotherhood, different things within your household, yourself. And you're gonna measure it according to the scriptures and how to handle situations. Definitely talking about judging, man. All right, we're gonna be sitting on thrones offering the